So this day was just a total crazy emotional roller coaster for me, and you'll see why. All I'm thinking heading into this is if I could just put down a good clean run, fast, but obviously clean, it's got to be clean, could it be, top packs, top 5 in packs, who knows? That's what I was going for here, and that's all I was thinking about. So this is me getting ready for my first run for the day, and as you can see, it's just starting to sprinkle ever so slightly, and you see Al here, he's trying to get me up to the line and get me off. We're kind of frantically, getting ready to get this in because there's not much time, the rain's coming down. So here I go, launching off the line. I'm just thinking, keep it clean, don't hit the first cone, get through here, go fast. And I'm looking up and I'm like, all right, I know I can peg it to the ground all the way up here, keep it tidy around here, I don't want to push out too much, and just kind of make this a straight a little bit here. Get through here, get on throttle as quick as I can, as hard as I can, push it all the way through here. I lifted a little bit in the middle there, I didn't want to, but I did. And then, coming down here, the key is kind of setting up a little bit wider than you think, but not overcooking it into there. And then wiggling through here, getting through the slalom, very tight slalom, and just through the finish. And, that was pretty much the course. And when I got over that line, I heard they announced that, that was second in packs at the time. And I'm like, okay, cool. I only have to survive the next, couple cars after this. And then, as the rain's going to continue to come down, I should be safe. And, that's it, right? Event over, let's go home, pretty much is honestly what I was kind of thinking there for a little bit. So then begins the wet runs after this, and I'm already thinking in my head, like, I'm not going to get quicker than, my first run because it's steadily raining at this point, so I'm going out there and pushing, I'm doing what I can because I kind of want to see what I can get in the rain and then compare myself the rest of the day to that. So, again, just keeping it tidy here, keeping it, close to everything, closer to the cones, usually in the rain helps a little bit, but I'm sliding out a little bit here and there, I'm pushing, I'm doing what I can, and I'm coming down here, I'm making sure, especially coming down here, where there's going to be maybe some, I don't want to say standing water, but maybe more water down there, it might be more damp. I didn't want to overcook it into there, and I come across, and I think I got like a 32 on this one, like 32 or a 32.5. I think maybe a 32.0. It was pretty close to my my dry run. It was like half a second off. And then in the afternoon here, obviously if you were at the event, you know that it actually dried up. It got actually very dry in the afternoon. It dried totally up. So, I'm thinking like, shit, I got to get, I got to improve on my time because I was actually falling down the list pretty heavily. And I was like, okay, cool. I gotta do something here. So I had 2 runs left. I kind of botched my 5th run. I just kind of overdrove a little bit. And, this was going to be my 6th run. So I was like, okay, well, this is it. I'm going to do it. I know how to do this, lots of experience. I love doing this. Like, let's just go out there and get it done. During the time that I was working, the heat before this, the times were just tumbling like crazy because it was getting drier and drier. And I knew this, heat was going to be the driest and times were going to fall even more. A lot of the faster people were getting into the, 29s and stuff like that. And I was sitting at a 31.5 and I was like, dude, there's at least a low 30 in this car, maybe a 30.5 at least, bare minimum. So I was looking to get like another second off of my first dry run at this point. All right, so here we go, launching off the line. I already know what I got to do. I know there's going to be more grip out there. And overall, it just kind of felt like the tires started giving up. They got a lot of runs on them. I'm keeping it tidy here, keeping it through there. I'm doing everything perfect. I mean, like, I don't think I could have done anything better on this run. Maybe pushed out a little bit to the wall there, I think. Maybe would have helped, but overall, I'm doing everything that I set out to do. With the tires that I got, with the car that I got, everything was going good until I got down to here and the tires were just like no grip and I overcooked it into there, and the minute I got behind in that slalom, that's like the autocrosser's worst nightmare is getting behind in a slalom like that because it's absolutely going to cost you. It's going to kill you. And it absolutely destroyed my run there at the end, right at the end, and you can just see I'm just so frustrated. So that's basically the story of how I went from being second in packs, thought I was literally going to be way up there, best finish ever. It just totally fell apart. The weather dried everything out. I destroyed my last run here, and it was just, I was pissed. I'll be totally honest. I was just totally pissed at the day, pissed at my tires, pissed at how many runs they have on them. I was pissed at everything at that point. So it went from being like the most awesome day ever to like the shittiest day ever pretty quickly.